All right, welcome in everybody to another deep dive. Today, we're going to be taking a look at something seemingly pretty simple, the experience of staying in a hotel. And we're going to be doing this deep dive based on a text for A1 British English learners called At a Hotel. Now, I know what you're thinking. This sounds pretty basic.
Yeah. Right. I've stayed in the hotel.
We've all stayed in hotels.
Yeah.
But stick with us, because what we're going to try to do is unpack like the really fundamental elements
Okay.
of this experience and maybe find some interesting perspectives that we haven't thought about before.
Yeah, I think what's so fascinating is when you take something that seems so simple
Hmm.
and basic,
Yeah.
and you really start to dig into it.
Yeah.
What are the assumptions
Right.
that are underneath this whole experience?
Like, what is a hotel?
Yeah, like what even is a hotel?
Oh,
What are they
yeah.
really offering us?
Yeah. What are our expectations?
Yeah.
What are the expectations of the industry?
Exactly. And I think even like a really simple guide like this
Mm.
can really reveal some interesting stuff about that.
Okay, so let's get into it. Let's start at the very beginning.
Yeah.
Arrival and check-in. This guide points to the reception as that first point of contact,
Right.
right? You walk in, you see the receptionist,
Yeah.
and they're there to help you give you your key. Of course, you need to show some ID and provide information.
Yeah.
But think about it, that initial exchange, it's like the very first step.
Yeah.
You're taking into this temporary space.
It's a moment of transition.
Yeah.
Right? You're coming from your journey.
Yeah.
And you're going to this new space.
Yeah.
And so there's this like brief interaction. It's almost like a little agreement. You're saying,
Right.
hey, I'm here.
Yes.
This is me. And the hotel is saying, okay, we recognize you.
We got you.
We got your reservation.
We're going to take care of you.
We're going to be responsible for you
Yes,
for the time being.
totally. Okay,
Okay.
so then you get to your hotel room. The guide lists all the basics,
Yeah.
bed, bathroom furniture, the standard stuff. But it also mentions a TV, phone, mini fridge, maybe even a view. It's almost like they're trying to create like a sense of normalcy.
Yeah.
It's like a home away from home.
Yeah. And this totally new place.
Exactly. They're trying to make you feel comfortable even though you're not in your own space.
Yeah. And give you all the things that you might need.
Totally. And I think that's interesting. Like, why do they include those things?
Yeah. Is it just to be nice?
Is it just to be nice?
Or is it like,
Or is it because they feel like they need to provide that
yeah,
in order to like meet a certain standard?
wait, like we expect those things now.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so then the guide goes on to talk about hotel services.
Okay.
So like restaurants, maybe a pool, a gym.
Yeah.
The convenience of room service.
Right.
It's almost like the hotel is offering this whole like
It's like a little world.
ecosystem.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a little ecosystem
Yeah.
of services. And you don't even have to leave.
Like you could just stay there and have everything you need.
And that's interesting too, right? Like,
Yeah.
how much do we actually want that?
Right.
Like, do we want to go to a hotel and just stay there
Or do we want to go out
the whole time?
and explore
Yeah.
the new place?
Right. Or is it like a balance
Yeah, maybe a balance.
of both? Okay,
Yeah.
so then the guide mentions etiquette, which I think is kind of funny.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Etiquette in a hotel.
Yeah, like be polite,
Be polite.
keep the noise down,
Don't be too loud.
tidy your room.
Keep it clean.
It's like, yeah, you're in this temporary space.
Right.
But it's still a shared space.
Yeah, you're not the only one there.
Yeah.
There are other people.
So you got to be considerate
Be considerate of everyone.
of your neighbors and the staff.
Yeah, okay. And then finally, we get to departure and checkout.
Right. The end of the journey.
The end, so you return your key,
Yeah.
you pay your bill,
Settle up.
and the guide specifically
Mm.
mentions the hope for a return visit.
Oh, interesting. Which I thought was kind of infinite.
Like they're already looking ahead.
It's like, yeah, come back again.
Come back again.
Like we want you to come back.
Yeah, it's interesting because it's like, it's a very transactional relationship, right?
Yeah, you're paying for a service.
You're paying for a room, but they're trying to build a longer term
a connection. Yeah.
a connection.
Yeah.
Okay, so the guide concludes by saying that a hotel stay can be fun and comfortable
Okay.
and a way to explore new places and meet people.
Right.
It's like positioning the hotel as this like,
Like a launching pad.
yeah, for new experience.
It's like your
center.
adventure.
Yeah.
So we've really taken a look at this basic blueprint of what it means to stay in a hotel.
Yeah.
And we've thought about some of the deeper
Yeah.
implications of all the different stages.
Yeah, like all this stuff we just take for granted
Right. We just assume
when we check into a hotel.
that this is just how it works.
But it's so much more than that.
Yeah, there's so much more going on. So I guess the question for everyone listening is, When you think about a hotel as like a temporary home,
Okay?
how does that change your perspective on travel and the spaces that we inhabit? When we're away from our normal routines,
It's a good question.
I don't know,
Something to think about.
something to think about. All right, thanks for joining us for another deep dive.
Thanks, everyone.
We'll see you next time.